This bench program got me to a 180 kg bench press, and in this video I'm going to break down the exact numbers and setup that got me to that milestone. I've been training for around 10 years and my bench press did plateau around the 165 kilo mark, and I was getting very frustrated. So in this video I'm going to be showing the exact clips that got me up until that point. So yeah, this was the exact setup. We was ending up on week 5 on this block. And yeah, 160 was feeling very heavy, I'll be honest. In terms of the rep itself, I feel like if I would have put even another 5 kilos on top of this, I would have been failing the rep, and that would have kept me at around plateauing for around like the 3 years mark. So we went into a pivot week. So the pivot week was just something put in to help reset a little bit on the fatigue, give myself a little bit of change up of routine as well. So I feel like in this week I went on to some dumbbell training, and it really helped reset my sort of wanting to bench press once again. This is week 4 of the training plan, so I went up to 160 for a single on day 1, and you see all the previous week's numbers in there. So day 2 we went on to the 3 count pause bench day, and that was up at 150, and I feel like the 3 count pause benching really built some great confidence with me pausing weights on my chest for long periods of time. Over the weeks we made some small adjustments in terms of the numbers that we went for, so did 140, 140 and 150. Onto the day 3 now, we was back onto comp bench, and I feel like this is probably one of the times where my bench press was feeling at its best. Throughout the weeks of the training block, I just feel like I was really locked in with my technique. I was able to have the setup very consistent. In terms of the numbers throughout the weeks also, we did make some small jumps in terms of week 1, went to 137.5, built it up 5 kilos, and then added another 2.5 in the week 3. And then on the week 4, this is when my bench was really feeling its best at 150. Moving on to the week 4, the day 4, yeah, we went on to 3 count pause bench, and again, if you see the sort of pattern for the bench press, we had a 1 primary day, then we went on to the 3 count day, then we went on to another comp bench day when we was working up to sets of 4, and then back down onto 3 count pause once again. I really feel like my weaknesses on bench press was having that power off the chest, so building some good confidence with some pauses. So being able to put a 140 on pause reps for multiple sets was very, very good. So this was 3 sets of 3 on the pause bench, on the 3 count pause bench. Then on to week 5, so this is now the following week on a Monday, managed to hit a PR on bench press. So over the weeks, the numbers that we was doing started out at 147, 152, 155, then 160. And yeah, that moved very well off the chest. I feel like that was a day where I was super confident in the bench press. I feel like that was never going to not happen on that day. And then we re-ran that block once again and ended out with hitting 180 kilos on the bench press. So if there's one thing to take away from this video, it's that bench strength isn't built from chasing random PRs. As you've seen throughout the weeks, I had structure with the numbers that I was going in to hit. I wasn't overdoing it in those sets as well, in those reps. A lot of my back off work was very, very light. So I was taking around 20% off of my top sets for the day 1s and day 3. On days 2 and 4, those days was predominantly even lighter than the top sets on the normal day. So I just use those days just to get the practice in, and making sure that I understand my body in terms of the amount of volume that I'm allowing myself to do and I can do. Because what I do find is that when I do too much volume on the bench press, I do get a lot of shoulder issues, and that just prevents me from pressing heavy in the following week and keeping the intensity down low on the back off sets so that we're not building up too much fatigue for the following week. So over the next few months, I'll be rerunning this exact training plan and looking to hit a 200 kilo bench press. If you want to follow along, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.